In this video, we will deconstruct a personal memoir to find out what text structures are generally used. The text structures used in a personal memoir are similar to that of a narrative text. The writer must consider how to organize and sequence ideas, use a range of sentence types and cohesive devices to keep the text flowing, and use deliberate punctuation, font, and layout to enhance the text. You will need your copy of Postcard from Japan 1 by Clive James. The organization of a personal memoir is similar to a narrative text. It uses a title that reveals something about the events that are outlined in the memoir. Postcard from Japan 1, for example, indicates a trip away to an exciting location. A memoir contains the same plot elements as a narrative text, such as an orientation, complication, climax, and resolution, to make their significant human experience engaging for the reader. The orientation provides contextual information about the significant personal experience. For example, who, what, where, when, and why. The following body paragraphs provide further details about the significant event, the complication, and usually include heightened tension, a climax, to keep readers engaged. The personal memoir concludes with a reflective comment about the experience and/or a statement about the future. We now know that a personal memoir shares the same structure as a narrative text. First, there's the orientation, the body paragraphs or complication, the climax, if applicable, and the conclusion or resolution. In Postcard from Japan 1, we are introduced to the event of visiting Japan from the perspective of inside the airplane, the orientation. As the writer observes the landscape below, he gives us more details about his new experience of visiting a different country, the complication. The climax of the extract occurs when the plane is landing, and the resolution is the character's arrival at Tokyo Airport. The way a writer sequences the memoir is also important. They can choose to write the event chronologically, as it happened, which is the method used in Postcard from Japan 1, or they could select different sequences to create particular effects. For example, writers could delay the release of information to sustain interest, or use flashbacks to illuminate the present by leading with past events. A personal memoir uses a range of sentence types, including compound and complex, to provide detail and create layers of meaning. Pause the video and read this example of a complex sentence in the final paragraph of Postcard from Japan 1. The use of the subordinating conjunction because provides the punchline to the sentence and reveals the reason why the author is in a bad mood. Cohesive devices are used to signpost ideas, such as the use of linking words, make connections and build semantic associations within and between paragraphs. This is using our prior knowledge when reading a text, as well as the embedded meaning in the text itself, to make meaning. Often, authors will also use foreshadowing within a text to make connections. This means giving the audience a hint as to what will happen later in the text. Text connectives are used to show cause and effect, such as therefore, consequently, because of this. Indicate time, then, next, afterwards, finally. Sequence ideas, firstly, then, finally. Or add information, in addition, furthermore, also, as well. Conjunctions are used to join clauses. And word associations are also used through repetition, pronouns, and synonyms to make the text cohesive. Pause the video and read the following examples of text connectives in orange from Postcard from Japan 1. Can you see how they improve the sentences and link ideas together? Here are some examples of word associations and conjunctions from Postcard from Japan 1. Pause the video and read through them. Did you notice how they improve the flow of writing and make cohesive links between ideas and sentences? Memoirs can creatively use punctuation, font and layout to enhance the text. Quotation marks can indicate direct speech. And italics or differing fonts can also help establish characters, time, thoughts, or speech. The key is to be consistent with the layout variations, so as to avoid confusing the reader. While the layout in Postcard from Japan 1 does not use many noticeable variations, dashes are used to provide additional information or clarify ideas. Pause and read this example from the text. Did you notice how the sentence between the dashes in the paragraph gives extra information about Tokyo to the audience?